Hello guys, welcome back to another POV Drive video in the Hyundai i30N. Just as soon as I hit record, the engine light appeared after about 6 days, no, a week. Today's Saturday. It was last Saturday the engine light went off randomly and it was off for a week and then it comes back on today. Haven't even used, the car's just warming up, haven't used N mode or N custom mode. They're the temps there, don't know if you can see that, and the engine light just appeared just so randomly. I was just picking up speed like normal and just boom, comes on. I can't pinpoint it at all, but I hope you guys are having a good afternoon, morning. So the reason for this video is I'm on the way to work again, another morning commute to work in the i30N. So I'm kind of just going to respond to your comments of what I've seen from my previous videos. And first of all, thank you for the nice comments, I appreciate it. And the comments I'm getting is like what I've been sort of expecting, especially with the car that I have with the facelift model. Honestly guys, I don't know why it has this smaller screen. I'm not sure. I asked ChatGPT and they said that because this is an early facelift model, that they don't come with the new screens. Like, I wish I had the new screen because it's a lot bigger and all the like track stuff is on it, like your G-force and lap timers are all on this screen. But on this model, even though it's a facelift model, it's all on the like this little menu here on the screen. So it's an unfortunate thing to have, but I can live with it. Also guys, a thing as well is that if you look closely at the infotainment system, it's not exactly the pre-facelift infotainment system. It's not the exact one. It's like an in-between. The buttons are different on the sides. Like, it's not an exact pre-facelift infotainment. I don't know where this came from, but it's like an in-between to the facelift. I'm not sure. And sometimes I do question myself, like, did I just buy a pre-facelift i30N with that someone just put a body kit of a facelift model on it? But yeah, I do find it a bit weird that I have this screen. I haven't seen another i30N like it that it has the facelift version but this kind of screen in the middle. And I've had a few comments about fuel efficiency in this car. One comment in particular saying that he wanted to get this car, that it was their dream car, and they are kind of turned away with how much fuel it uses. And to be completely honest with you, it does use up a lot of fuel. For example, when I fill this car to the brim, it costs about 75 euros from empty to fill it, and I'd only get about 480 to 500 kilometers of range. It depends, because it depends how hard you drive it, but this car does make a big difference with how hard you drive it. Like, if you drive it economically, it does actually hold its own fairly well with the fuel that it uses. Like, you have eco mode in this car, which doesn't really do anything. It kind of just it takes more pressure on the gas pedal to make it go. Like, when you put it in eco mode, the gas pedal is not as sensitive as it would be in normal mode, and then when you put it in N mode, it's like super sensitive. So it's all about sensitivity on the gas pedal with the different modes. But like at the moment, and I've been just driving to work all this week, so I filled it up at the start of the week with a full tank. I've 307 kilometers left, and I've been just driving it like the way I am now, just driving it economically, and I'm averaging 8.8 liters per 100 kilometers. This drive I've been driving for almost 15 minutes and it's 10.7 liters per 100 kilometers because the car is still warming up, and that's after driving 10 kilometers so far. So yeah, it honestly depends how hard you drive the car, but it's definitely worth it, like 100%. But the pops and bangs, revving the car, but mostly the pops and bangs, I've read that they use up a lot of fuel because the engine is putting, like the ECU is putting more fuel mixture into the exhaust, which is causing it to pop. So it's unnecessary fuel that's being burnt, that's not like actually getting combusted into the engine. So yeah, that's where you'll lose a lot of the fuel, is when the car is in N mode. So averaging 8.8 litres per 100 kilometers at the moment, but if I were to drive this in N mode the whole time, it could be up to 11-12 litres per 100 kilometers. Honestly, it depends how hard you drive it. What I like about this car as well is that if we have a look at the fuel efficiency, the fuel economy, and you can see the little bar there is blue. When I put it into sport mode, the bar turns color into a red color, which looks cool. But when I put it into N mode, it goes back to blue. It goes back to like the normal color. So you can see like it's going up to like 30 litres when you step on the gas there. But if I were to drive this in N mode, it's in N mode at the moment, if I were to drive this fuel economy will definitely go down. Also guys, I need to do a video on the dash cam install that I did. I don't know if you can see that there, but if you're thinking about getting a dash cam, 100% recommend it. It just protects you on the road because you don't know what people you're going to meet. I opted for the Nextbase 622 GW, and then I got the rear Nextbase camera to go with it as well. And I want to do a separate video on that, because if you guys are getting a dash cam, you honestly don't need to get someone to fit it. It's very easy to fit it yourself. And see, the pops and bangs are nice. Just use up a lot of fuel. Oh my god. You can feel it in the wheel. The car is just like struggling for grip going down there when you floor it. My god, so fun though, holy. So the fuel efficiency is 10.6 litres per 100 kilometers, like it's just going up with the car being in N mode. But I do want to get more involved into car shows and car meets and bring this car out a lot more, because the videos I'm doing at the moment is just kind of videos alone, like I'm just doing POV videos, but I should definitely get more involved with the car community that's out there and go to more cars and coffee. If you see my last video at the Junction 14 Cars and Coffee, I was kind of just walking around with the phone in my hand, but the next time I definitely want to go around with the GoPro on my head, just for that more like POV experience, and you probably get better view of the cars as well, because I'm looking at them head on. So something to think about. So guys, just back to fuel efficiency there really quick. I'm doing 124 kilometers an hour, which realistically on the GPS on Waze is bang on 120. So I can show you the fuel efficiency going exactly 120 kilometers an hour in the i30N. So we'll just move over into this lane here really quick to show you. So I don't know if you can see that average 8.9 litres per 100 kilometers, and we're averaging, it's like 9.5, almost 10 litres per 100 kilometers with the cruise control on. So if you guys want to compare that to your own car, you can compare the difference of what fuel efficiency you get. Sometimes I drive a diesel car to work. I don't really daily this that much. I bring a diesel car and that averages about 6 to 7 litres on the motorway at a cruise control. So it's a big difference. Like I'm averaging, like I'm like over 10 litres per 100 kilometers an hour at just staying at this consistent speed, because I am slightly going uphill, which the car is struggling a little bit more to go up. So yeah, it's not the most fuel efficient car in the world, but it's, you don't buy it for the fuel efficiency, you buy it for the fun of it. So we had such a good week of, like, when St. Patrick's Day was on. That video will probably be out now by the time I upload this one. When you seen the St. Patrick's video, the weather was nice and like it was dry, and then after St. Patrick's Day we had like lovely sunny weather, but I knew it wouldn't last long, because we're back to this kind of weather, which is kind of the norm for Ireland. So keeping your car washed doesn't last long at all. Alright guys, well I hope I answered your questions on what you left down in the comments. I hope I answered them I've answered them as best as I could with the fuel efficiency, of what kind of fuel efficiency you're looking at when on the motorway driving. Obviously the fuel efficiency is going to be a lot worse in town driving, and when you're in the town driving, there's a lot more pops and bangs and stuff with changing gears, and it's a lot more fun to drive the car in the town because you're changing gears a lot more, so you're obviously going to use up a lot more fuel compared to just being on the motorway. So yeah, hopefully I answered your question with that. I'll try and squeeze in the dash cam footage in this video as well. If I could actually put in some test footage of what how good the quality of the dash cam is, I'll do that. And then the rear camera as well. I'm really impressed with the rear camera, and at the moment I can see exactly what the front dash cam is filming, like on normal dash cams. But now that the back rear camera is fitted, there's also like a mini screen where I can see what the rear camera is also filming, and it's basically telling me that it's recording at the moment as well, which is good. Hi guys, so this is a couple of hours later. The weather is still so bad, but I'm finished work for the day, and I just said I'd record to show you the dash cam of what I have installed. So that's it there. Installed it myself. Pretty proud of the install, that it's fairly tidy with the wires. As you can see on the screen there, you can see what the camera is recording, but also the rear camera. So if I click the rear one, that's what the rear camera sees at the moment, just the front door. And then if I click it again, it should go back to the two views. So the rear camera is that wire there, goes into the roof liner up here, and then goes the whole way down the back of the car, and then you can see the wire sticking down there at the middle, and that's the rear camera there. So I'm pretty proud of the job that I did. The fact that it's not professionally done, the wire just goes along that way. And then to install the main camera, it's this cigarette lighter here, and what happens is it goes down the plastic trim, goes underneath the pedals, and then up into, you have to take this OBD cover off, and then the plastic cover on the side, and you bring the wire up through like all the wires and the plastic but like behind the steering wheel, and you bring it up into this A-pillar, up across, up to the roof liner, and then across into here. And you can also take this plastic cover thing off the mirror, and you can hide the wire in there, so a lot of the wire is hidden underneath this. But guys, thank you for watching my commute to work. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm about halfway there. Have a good one. Take care.